Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. Now this is a video I've always wanted to do for years, but never did. Today I want to talk about how to actually play and be everyone in FC26, but really not really. Actually, it's more of a case that how to play the game and enjoy it at the same time, but only on your own standards. So what I'm trying to say is, we don't want to be here and turn around and talk about some bullshit tactics that these guys that everyone has. Andes's tactics, team Hullet tactics. These fidget spinners corners, stuff like that. All those stupid L1 triangle spammers. Everywhere I look now, it's just there's always, here's how I went 15-0 with these tactics. Now I'm not here to show you those tactics or if there is any tactics or so lack thereof. I'm here to show you realistically how you should play. Well, not should, but the real way of playing FC26, or if anything, any FIFA. Now, if you believe you're good in this game, then this is for you, of course. But if you can barely get 5 wins in champs, just enjoy the video. Realistically, it's for everybody, but maybe this video you guys can actually learn some things out of it. Now, no disrespect to the casuals, but if you rage, blame the game at every time, or lose your head after going 2-0 down, just watch this video and then maybe it will help you guys out. So I structured this video into chapters, or you could say parts. But I recommend sitting down and really understanding and watch each chapter and see how this game works. And you probably most likely, I feel like if you guys do pay attention and understand what I'm saying, you guys will actually generally learn how to play FC26, but if anything, every other FIFA as well in the future, on how it was and as well as what it was before. Okay, so chapter 1, understand your style in FC26. So what does understand your style even means? Simple. Don't copy everyone's tactics. What's the point? You physically can't replicate what a pro player does in this game, or in other FC26 25s or FIFAs or whatever you want to call it these days. As an example, like when we have Battlefield or Call of Duty, you want to get the best guns and you want to know what the meta is, and you think you're going to play better, but I'm terrible at first person shooting games. But I have fun. I play with my style, what guns I have, what I believe is better, and I just play and I have fun. But in FC26, it's the same thing. Don't go out there and just copying, the pro players and everything, and you got all these stupid tactics that come out. I got 15-0, blah blah blah, and think it's going to magically work for you. Now, for those people who are new to the channel or whoever's just tuning in to watch it, I used to be a pro player back in the Stone Age, FIFA 17. I played in FIFA 19, represented Sydney FC in the E-League. In here, that's what you guys might call as a pro tournament for FIFA players. I was known as Infamous Shadow. I'm from Australia. Now I'm streaming as at infamous_nedge on Twitch. Back then, everyone knew how I played. So there was only one way I usually used to play. I used to play 3-5-2. No matter what, 3-5-2 was my go-to formation. I found that as the perfect balance for attack and defense. Once I scored, that's it. No one's going to beat me after that. It was pretty much, we said night, GG, everything. But obviously, later down on the years, FIFA adapt or changed, and then you got these new tactic systems. There's no such thing as stay back while attacking on your left mid and right mid. So you couldn't really drop them back. So now we have all these new tactical, let's say, system into the game where the right mid and left mid don't have a drop back, let's say, tactic. There's only a thing called defend, which realistically doesn't work. But you had to find, I had to find the balance into the game. Now my balance, and this is what I mean to everybody else, is to just go out there and try things and don't use some stupid tactic that someone has. Find your style of football. Now my one is 4-1-2-1-2 wide. Okay, so I think that's the second variation. The narrow works as well. Narrow is decent as well. I don't mind that as well. But after doing some testing, some tweaks, I finally found a balance in my team. Not because I have a god squad, like this is my squad right now. Yes, it's pretty cracked. I know it is, but the only reason I have this is realistically, besides the Mbappe, I got lucky. I packed Aitana on the way when I was getting him done. I was actually lucky to pack some players on the way, but I packed I packed Cruyff. If you've seen my videos, if you see my shorts, if you see me on Insta, I put a video out showing that I packed Cruyff out of a 7.5k pack. I got lucky, and then I used those coins to buy the players I love. If anything, my favorite player growing up was Zlatan Ibrahimovic, so I bought him. And I've been dying to get him anyway. My goal was to get him at the end of the day. Now, yes, it's a crack squad, but you have to understand this as well. I found a balance in my formation where I can use, and it is the perfect formation for me, and I enjoy the game with this formation. Now, it might not work for you, okay? So it might not work for you. It might work for someone else. It might work for this person, that person, whoever. Maybe 4-2-3-1 is your go-to. Maybe 4-2-1-3 is your go-to. But this formation for me works, okay? Now, I have an RTG account, okay? And in that RTG account, and I'll put it up here. Let's go over here, okay? Let me play it, okay? This is my RTG account, okay? And I'll go back a bit. This was my team, okay? Now, let me do this back, okay? Now you guys can see, I used Hakan Çanoğlu, Arda Güler, yes, Marmoush was there, and I had Canu. Now, Marmoush goes eventually, and I put Ayoze Perez there, and Copenhagen comes out because I packed Torvan out of a 78 times 2, I think it was, or something like that, out of an objective pack, and I was able to get it. So I think if I go over here a little bit forward, you should be able to see my team, I believe. Let's see if I can find it. Yeah, there you go. And I eventually put Ayoze Perez there, and then I have Di Lorenzo over here. That was my team. I got lucky enough to pack Pau Kabasi out of the 80 times 5 upgrade, so on. This is my team. With this team alone, I went 15-0. Okay, I went 15-0. But I tell you this, the fun I had playing with this team and how I destroyed people was the most funniest thing ever, because I enjoyed the game. Canu was unbelievable. I love that guy. You know why? Because we all have a style. Okay, we all have a style that we play. Okay, you need to find what works for you. For me, and I know for a fact, like, I've seen YouTubers, or let's say for example, shout out to Nepemfez, he's sent this recently about Mateta. Okay, he likes tall strikers, so do I. Okay, so we have like a similar mindset, but people don't realize how good tall strikers can be in this game. For me, I've always had this style where I need a cam that's either quick, short, or can dribble or do a through ball, anything like that, but mainly the dribbling part and quick as a cam, because they'll play as a shadow striker for me. Because what would happen is, what my style is, either play to the tall striker, like in real life, lay it off, play through ball, like how we used to do, you know, Lukaku, or, you know, Drogba sometimes used to do that, or you can find a through ball, depending on the process, really. I always had one short cam. Then, 2 strikers, of course. I always liked 2 strikers. I couldn't stand a 1 striker formation. Is 1 short, 1 tall. Okay? Now, obviously, Ayoze Perez goes over here. I don't have Canu. 1 short, 1 tall. Okay? I've always played like this. Now, I'll let the video play in the background, and you guys can see the goals and the gameplay and so on and so on. My style, I like, let's say, for example, with me especially, is that with a tall striker, I like crossing the ball. I've always loved crossing the ball. Okay? Scoring headers is honestly, for me, the most entertaining, fun way to score a goal. None of this bullshit 360 rats, skill cancel, fidget spinning, bullshit, cheese into the box. It's not entertaining football to me. If anything, it's not entertaining football in general. Okay? You watch proper footballers play this game. Oh, sorry, not play this game. Play in real life. Yes, we don't try to make it as realistic as possible. I know that. Okay? But how many times have you seen in a situation of a game where people cross the ball in the real life? It happens literally every time. Every time the ball is getting crossed into the box. Unless you're Pep Guardiola, before they had Haaland, they're passing it in. They're trying to walk into the goals. If anything, that's probably where everyone learned it from. But you can see over here, like what I just did there with Canu. Just shield the ball, turn and score. That's a tall striker for you. Now, these guys who fidget spin, do this skill cancel bullshit, 360, they do all this bullshit over here. I do not find that entertaining at all. Why? Because there's no skill to it. There is no skill to it. Now, I'm not here to give shit to people or tell them, don't do this, don't do that, do this or whatever. I just want people to understand that there is a style of play that everyone needs to play, and it has to suit your style. It doesn't need to suit someone else's or replicate someone else. If you like tall strikers, use tall strikers. If you like short strikers or short players, use short players. I have a friend. He can't do tall strikers, but when he uses tall players, he likes short strikers. He doesn't like tall players. If he uses tall players, he's gone. He can't even use it. He goes, I can't. They're too clunky. Blah blah blah. I don't even find tall strikers at times clunky. It's just simple as that. But I'm here to help you guys on how to play the game. Or not play, but play it your way. Not someone else's way, your way, okay? We all know the rats will stay in the sewers, trained by Master Splinter with the Ninja Turtles, okay? You just want to find, your style, find your balance, and then play your football, okay? Now, how to beat these sewer rats, or just rats in general, okay? First off, it's not about mimicking them. We've already watched this through, okay? About being creative. Now, there was a game where I played. It's actually in this video. So if you guys want to watch the video, you can. It's where I actually went all the way into penalty shootouts. Now, before I went into penalty shootouts, in extra time, the guy all of a sudden became creative. And why I say that, and I even say it in the video, is because he actually crossed the ball. Because people don't cross the ball these days. And that's what frustrates me, to be honest. People don't cross the ball. So what they do is they obviously fidget spin until they find a middle pass. Man, he eventually finally crossed the ball and he actually scored from a header. Now, obviously, thankfully I equalized afterwards and then scored and then won the game in pens. But the fact that people are so uncreative or increative or whatever word you want to use in FC26, it frustrates me. Look at this guy's name. Bloody strong as rats. I can't believe that. What a coincidence. When crossing the ball, or not even crossing the ball, there's in these guys that's mentality, like rat mentality. They all have the same agenda, same style, same meta, same way to score in this game. Okay? Cut back, fidget spin, and find the pass in the middle. Simple as that. Now, when I was competing in the pro ladder, okay, or the Swiss stages or whatever game whatever you want to call it. It was a couple of weeks back. Honestly, like the one thing, it's not about attacking. Okay, you can attack, you can try, you could do what you can to score a goal. You have to sometimes, like what we say, we got to join them sometimes. Like how they say, if you can't beat them, join them. Sometimes you got to be a rat. That's fair. You can't do anything. It's the part of the game. Especially if you're playing in a pro ladder situation, yeah, 100%. But for the casuals, look, man, you gotta sometimes do the dirty stuff in order to get the good stuff. Simple as that. You gotta risk it to take the biscuit. Simple as that. Okay. Now, these pros don't take risks. Okay. What do I mean by that? They just try to find the perfect way to score a goal. They don't play a through ball. I have so many situations where I'm seeing these guys where I'm sitting there watching them. I'm defending them, and they're fidgeting. They're doing spinning everything. They're doing ballerina dances, everything. And all I see is them. I'm like, yep, they can play football here. So I try to cover it. But then what they do, before I even had the cover, and they had the chance to play the football, and they can go through, they don't do it because they think that it's not going to happen. So they don't take risks, which is irritating on its own, but it is what it is. Now, I don't know how that's a penalty. Now, with playing these pros, or these tryhards, or these rats, or whatever you want to call them, okay? It's not about the scoring part, it's about defending, okay? Now, with defending, I know it's hard this year, okay, for some people. If anything, for me, every year, I've always used to be doing manual defending, so I'm actually okay at defending at this game, okay? And it's finally, some people now have to learn how to defend manually, but even though sometimes I look at it now, it feels like the AI is coming back into the game to defend for these people. But what I've learned against playing all these pros is that one, do not use teammate contain. Do not use it. Okay, you can do the double tap R1 at times, and I would recommend using that when you're like, let's say for example, trying to defend on situations like what do they call it? When you're defending, when it's like they have the fidgeting around in circles with a attacker like De Jong or someone in the midfield. Look at that goal for one thing. You double tap to cover that position, and then you just use your 6. Now that's my next point as well. Using your 6. Now, when you are defending, before we get to this using your DM, that teammate contain screws you over. Okay, it drags the shit out of your defender. Okay, if you press R1, mate, it's pulling your defender. GG, you're screwed. Simple as that. I've seen it happen to myself. I've seen it happen to everyone else. The one thing you got to do, guys, is do not use it. Only use it if you want to press R1 and when you're in an attack. That's about it. Okay. Now this game over here is actually one example of a tryhard or a rat. Player locking and everything. And look, don't get me wrong, I do it as well. I'm not trying to hit on anybody, but this was a good game. But this is where I actually was losing, and it was a tough game, if anything. And I came back and I won in penalties. So this is the game I was referring to. Now, when you play people like this, all you need to do is hold with your CDM. Okay. Now I might be going all over the place, but just understand what I'm trying to say here. Hold with your 6 or your DM. Okay. Just cover the middle, close it, stop the passing lane into the middle, and don't dive in. Just let them dance, make a mistake, and then counter on them. That's it. That's what I did in the pro ladder. All I did was hold my DM, wait for them to do a dumb mistake and play the pass incorrectly. Bang, I'll get the ball, counter. Simple as that, and I'll score the goals. Okay? It requires patience, but unfortunately, it's the only effective way to beat these guys. You can see I'm trying to find a gap here as well. And I don't know how that went through, but it was a beautiful goal, and it went through, and I scored that. Okay, sometimes you got to play like a rat. Okay, but when it comes to defending, okay, you need to hold with your DM. That's all you need to do. And I will show you the gameplay on how to hold with the DM. Okay, you can see right here. Look what I'm doing. I'm just trying to find the middle pass, and what I did mistakenly there was that I moved him all the way down left, trying to think he's going to give it there when I didn't need to. I just had to cover that middle. That's all you need to do. Cover the middle. Okay, now it's very important. I always find it like that when I play these guys. I'll show you as well. Let me put it up here. Let's go onto this one, and I'll put it here. You guys can watch this game, okay, where I play a pro ladder, and I think Noah, I'm not sure if he passed through, but I know he hasn't. I'm not sure if he qualified. I know Mark 11 did, but I think it was Naylor. But this game, I actually won this game. And when I say I won this game, is because I was actually 3-0 down and I actually won this game. Now, you guys can watch it in the background, there's no issue. But like I said earlier, all you need to do when you're playing these guys is hold with your DM, and that's all it is. It might be too hard, it might be impatient or whatever, but at the end of the day, just hold with your 6 and you will be fine. Okay? Do not drag anyone out. Do not drag your centre backs out unless you can get him as a tackle. Don't spam tackles, especially. Okay, just hold with your DM, cut the passing lane. You'll be fine. Be patient. That's all it's about, guys. That's all I'm asking. Make sure you guys do that. Okay. Now, if you want to take my advice, I don't care. Take it. All right. But I'm just here to help the community out. I'm just a guy from Australia. I've been playing FIFA since 04, 02. I used to have International Soccer 98 on Nintendo 64. And these days they call me the uncle in Australia. Okay, so like I can't do anything about it, but I've been playing for a while. And bear in mind as well, like you can see over here, I've got Harry Kane. I actually used him in the pro ladder. I got the play of the month one. Like it's my style of football, and I cooked with him. Okay, now chapter 3. Okay, so it's part 3, whatever you want to call it. That goal is a joke on its own. Okay. Let me put this here as well. Okay. Now, you guys can see that. Let's put this like this. Okay. Now, the hardest part of FC26, okay, isn't the tactics at the end of the day. It's the mentality. Okay. And it comes down to 4 don'ts. Okay. 4 don'ts. Don't get angry. Don't blame the game. Don't be impatient. And don't give up. Okay? Let's start with don't get angry. Now, this is mainly the biggest one that everyone has an issue with. Okay? So, learn how to pretty much control your anger. It's a mentality thing. When you control your anger, you'll be able to control yourself, how you play, and how the game forms out to be. So, as an example, when you get angry, what happens? You lose your head, you pretty much pull players out of position, you pretty much, instantly screw up the whole game, and then you're down by 5 goals now, or more. Okay? Don't break your controller. You need that controller to play with. Simple as that. It's the same thing. I'll put into this aspect as well. When you're tired in a football field, I play myself. I'm a defensive mid. I play myself, and I understand this prospect, especially if you get tired. It's like when you get angry and you get tired, you can't make the right decisions. Simple as that, and you can't think. That's why don't get angry. Simple as that. Okay, the most important one. Well, all of these are important. Second one, don't blame the game. Now, this one is a funny one to me. The only reason I say this is because, it's one of my favorites and most funniest ones. A lot of things happen in this game where a lot of bullshit happens in the game. Okay, now, yes, shit happens, man. We can't do anything about it. Shit happens. This game is buggy. We can't do anything. It happens. Shit happens. That's all I can say. Okay, now, my best mate always blames the game. Okay, misses a shot. Precision shot, assisted is shit. It's broken. I don't like it. I'm going back to precision shooting. And then he'll use precision shooting, misses a chance. I think assisted is the go. I'll just be like, makes no difference. Honestly, I look at it. Look, if you miss a chance, you hit the post. It meant to be. Simple as that. Sometimes this bullshit happens. It's allowing the game, it's bound for him to win the game. Simple as that. Okay? Now, as an example, for me, what I say to him is that I use assisted in normal gameplay. Obviously, in the pro ladder and everything, you have to use precision. I use precision, but in those situations, and I take off the precision aiming. Okay. The reason why I turn that off is because I can't stand it. It puts me off. I don't know why. The aim of it, I just prefer using my analog stick and just believing where I'm shooting it. Now, when you use precision shooting, it's more of a case, it's more power, less accurate. When you use assisted, it's maybe less power, okay, or a little bit, and a little bit more accurate. Okay, the reason why I say a little bit more, because at times I use assisted, man, and the shot goes wide, I don't even know how. Okay, so I'm surprised that was on side, to be honest. Now, he doesn't understand when I keep saying this as well. When you use precision, the mistake is on you. Because if you aim incorrectly, it's gone. If he moves his keeper and he saves it, shit happens, man. He moved his keeper. I don't believe in keeper movement. It should never be in this fucking game. Excuse my language, but at the end of the day, it shouldn't be in this game, okay? But if he moves the keeper and gets to the correct way, you can't do anything about it. Shit happens. He moved the keeper, well done to him. He outplayed you, if anything. Okay? And then to add to that as well, anyone can score in this game. Van Dijk, a silver player, a bronze player, anyone can score in this game. Okay? If you have R9 and you expect him to score every shot, trust me, buddy, it ain't gonna happen. Okay? Because no matter what in this game, if the guy moves his keeper, if you shoot wide, simple as that, you're not gonna, it's not gonna go in. Simple. Okay? So at the end of the day, this is a football RNG game. Okay? So at the end of the day, if it misses, shit happens. It's a game at the end of the day. There's going to be bugs and shit like that. Okay? Now, the third one is don't be impatient. Okay? What does that mean? Patience wins games. Just what I mentioned earlier. Being patient, using your 6. Don't rush attack. Well, you can rush your attacks depending on the situation in hand. If you're playing with your 6, get the ball, counter. You can see what I'm doing right now. I'm just countering straight away. Because I play on counter and I play on balance 50. Simple as that. I don't do anything else. But the aim is play your football, enjoy the game, play actual football if you can. because at the end of the day, we watch and breathe football, and we want to play like them. So why can't we use this opportunity? Yes, and you can do it in IRL, which I do either way, but might as well do it in the game as well, and have fun with it. When you do it in the game, it's unbelievable. Man, last night on my stream, I was playing with my centre backs, playing triangles in a quick succession, and I was just screaming out triangle, triangle, triangle. What does that mean? I was doing triangles with the players, 3 players, and playing a triangle against 1 centre back, and 1 attacker. And you know how fun that was? Just having fun with it. Now, is that ratting? No, because it's football. And then, like, that's a ratty goal right there. But you got to do what you got to do in a pro tournament. Look, I'm 3-0 down. Now I'm 3-3. Then the last one, it's called Don't Give Up. Now, why do I say that? You see this video right here? 3-0 down. Did I give up? No. Did I rage quit? No. It's a pro ladder. Why would I rage quit either way? Okay. All you have to do is follow those 3 don'ts at the top. Okay? Those 3 ones that I mentioned. Alright? So all the above, whatever you want to call it. Don't get angry. Don't blame the game. Okay? And don't be impatient. The goals will come. When you score 1, momentum hits. I have a trick to fix this momentum when it's against me. I just pause the game and make the guy wait. Yeah, it might be ratty, but sometimes you got to do that. People do it. Real life football people do it, where they just sit, like, they waste time a bit, and then pretty much you can see right now I'm in the lead, and then eventually the momentum will shift or slow down, if anything. Okay, so if they're cooking you 3-0, be patient, especially if it's in the first half. Look, if it's in the second half, third half, but up to you. If you want to quit, you can quit. But at times for me, if you know you have no chance, fair enough. But for me, I know for myself that I don't care. I will try my best to come back, and you can see over here, it's not even second half yet. I went 3-0 down, and I'm up 5-3. I had a game in the pro ladder. Now, unfortunately, I didn't win this game. The first leg, the servers was bad, really. I played on the wrong server, so I lost by 7 goals. It was 2 legs. Okay, 2 legs. I lost by 7 goals. Okay. The second leg, I had to catch up and bring that 7 goals. I played with the normal Sydney server I was meant to play on, not direct. What happened? I came back and brought the game up back to equal square, and from 7 goals. Okay, because I didn't give up. I just didn't give up. I made it. I tied the game up, and then it was just after that, it was just kickoff goals after kickoff goals. And then we're just going back and forth, and he won me on the 87th minute. 87th minute. And I didn't get angry. I was actually proud of myself. Why? Because I didn't give up. I came back from a 7-goal deficit. I came back and I tied the game. If anything, I should have won that game. Or maybe, if anything, if I played on the proper server at the start of the game, I probably would have won both of those games. But it is what it is. But I did not give up. It's that mentality. At the end of the day, it's mentally in FC 26 or in any FIFA. Mentally is the way how you get through this game. Okay? But yeah, so that's everything. I hope you guys take notes out of it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Tune into to my stream. I do play entertaining football. You might think it's not. I play fun football, man. I come here to play. I've been playing for so many years, and all I want to do is have fun at this game. Yeah, I might put money into the game or whatever. I do it for my own entertainment. It's my hobby. I'll enjoy it. So don't forget, just understand your style, stay patient, and play smart football. Okay, and then you guys will be all fine. I'm here to help everybody out. I'm here to, if anything, I'm just, let's just say, a unk in this game industry. Okay, you guys call it unk. I'm not that old, but still. Okay, come and play, enjoy the game, simple as that. Tune into the stream, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Drop a like, comment below, and subscribe if you want to see more real FC 26 talk. If you want, I actually wanted to make a video based on rivalry wars, how bad they are. And yeah, see you later.